Yo, wagwan, it's that guy. Feeling a little lazy today. Not gonna do feeling a little lazy today, so I'm not gonna do a face cam, but I'm gonna react to some beautiful freeform locks here on r/not nation. 8 years harvesting these locks. It's amazing to think that we harvest. Well, I mean, it's interesting. We grow locks. When we harvest plants, we tend to take them down. We reap them. We don't really take our locks down and harvest. We just keep growing them. Either way, I still love this saying. It sounds amazing. I do love your locks too. This bead over here is pretty epic. Pretty epic. And he says here, 8 years, bro. I am legit at 8 years next week. 4 years freeform, nearly 11 years growing locks. Wow. So what were you doing for the remaining 7 years of your lock journey? Twisting, crochet hook? Happy to see you on the 4-year freeform side now. This lock over here really stands out to me. How it's clumped up real big, kind of like a third of the way down. And it's kind of thinner on the top. Lots of new growth and frizzy hair. A lot of different length on these locks as well. And definitely the longest ones being at the nape of his neck, which is down here, reaching almost down to the back of his knee at this point. These locks being so long, he's probably got to make sure they don't fall in the toilet when he's taking a poop. These locks are so long, he's got to make sure he definitely doesn't pee on them when he's releasing the lizard. These locks are so long, he's got to make sure that they don't get caught in the car door when going to the store. Loving them. Keep it up. Stay committed, my friend. This is dope. 2 years and 8 months. Can't wait to hit 3 years. You're almost there, and your locks are already looking rather fantastic. These are some flats. Some ribbon locks and Congos going on here with some wavy and kind of like loose hair, frizzy hair, type 4 hair, looking gangsterific. Very cool, very cool. Thank you for submitting. Thoughts on my freeforms? Damn. Must say these are beautiful. She went ahead with the bleach, and interesting enough, one of these locks is very long and the rest of them actually very freeform. So might this be the second set of locks? Very interesting. I love the way that these locks are changing color as well. You got like the darker yellow on the top being a brighter yellow, the back looking like they are Congoing up real nice. Still kind of in the lighter, fluffier stage of locks, but you definitely know that these will come together and thicken up and mature like really well. And actually, the blonde on the freeform is such a cool look. It's pretty unique. Personally, like, I could never dye my hair like this. I don't have the patience for it in that sense. I have the patience to grow it, just not to dye it. But I love seeing it on what you've done here. It's very cool. Appreciate you. I call this dude the lobster claw. Lobster claw. That's sweet. Years ago, I had a lock that I had called the lobster claw as well. And it happens. You know, this is the beauty of Congos. They start to resemble different things in life. They colored themselves. I'm loving it. These locks have colored themselves. Well, this is what happens when we stay out in the sun. You know, if you have salt water available, swimming in the ocean and the sea can help aid this process. So we see that the locks are a lighter brown on the outside versus the underside being a darker brown. And considering, you know, your locks are like within that 3-4 year length, they have sun bleached themselves really quick. I definitely appreciate this video. Finally hitting the 2-year mark. Big ups. I remember seeing your photos on here before. It's got the bleach tips with the curly ends. Really sick. And only 2 years in. That's some mad progression happening already. Opposed to this 9 months of freeforming. Loving to see the little baby lock stages. This is a very mature dreadlock fro at this point. And from here on out, moving forward, these are going to change and gain a lot of length. Must be a very exciting lock journey for yourself here. And I salute you. Chilling at home. Beautiful locks. Loving the salt and pepper look going on here. Amazing. And you know, she definitely looks very happy and humbled in this moment. Big ups, freeforms, once again, looking dope. Looks like there might be a hairband in there pushing them back a little bit. And it's always cool to see how, for instance, his freeforms are growing in on the thinner side of locks, whereas some other freeforms will grow in a lot thicker. This may just be his beginning stages of his locks that are thinner, more cylindrical, but as they grow out, as they mature in Congo and gain length, they're gonna obviously become thicker in a lot of different areas, including the sides and the back of his head. Natty, love the constrictors. This is insane. He's got 2 boa constrictors on him. Long set of locks. That's wild. Great locks too. Does holding that snake deter or interfere with your lock process at all? My questions are like, does that snake leave any sort of substance, liquid, or smell behind after it kind of wraps itself around you? I remember holding snakes as a kid and my hands could smell sometimes from it. So I'm just curious on what your thoughts are with locks and snakes. Has the snake ever like wrapped itself around the lock? Like, I have so many questions. It's very cool, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Looking at the new growth here, lots of it. So we know the freeforms are true and righteous in this moment. This is beautiful. My hair in a bun and down afterwards. So she's got the freeform bun with the flats and some side locks that are a little shorter that don't quite fit up in the bun just yet, which adds more characteristic to the look here. Loving the way that this top bun has turned out. And then this is when they're down, looking crazy, looking so dope. Yeah, that's really cool. Loving this lock here that's coming out here, looking like it's gonna be a nice thick lock later in life. Again, looking very happy, and that's what it's all about with locks. And finally, but not least, Johnny the Dread has submitted with his epic Congo. I must say, Johnny, you've got the most fire Congo on the internet. This thing right here is insane. Looking like a pair of Gumby legs. So cool. He's got another big lock coming from the other side. So like essentially it looks like he's got, you know, between 3 and 5 dreads on his head entirely. A lot of faded locks here from the sun bleaching it. Big beard, big stash, true Rasta man in effect here. Looking fantastic. Appreciate everyone that sent in their photos today. And I'll see you guys in the next one.